Hey, Grandpa Pete. It's Big DH 2000 again, Dan Hood, whichever you want. You'll remember this model where I put it almost at 90, and I mentioned that the wood was a little too far apart. You can see, I mean, there's a lot of play in there, and even when you put padding, there's still a bit too much of a gap. Well, I created these. Okay. One thing I did was I reduced the gap of the hole down 1/2 inch, and I put them on the thing. The problem was when I put them on, I couldn't get my hand between the two rods, so I didn't bother to go much further with these because I couldn't even test it. So I went on to the next model. The next model is almost straight. I did two at once. The gap, I only reduced 1/4 inch from this one. I'm going to put it on my right hand. It can go on either hand and you can hold it in any direction. But as you can see, it fits reasonably snugly in there. Okay. I eventually want to put, you may have seen like a 10-speed foam handle. I'm going to cut one down to fit that. And then it'll be nice and snug, and it also won't, when it pushes against your knuckle, it'll be soft. These are straight out. I've only made it this width for now. Eventually I want to widen these a bit by gluing another piece. I want to widen these a bit by gluing another piece on. I've also thought about making them just a touch taller, and then we can make through the fork. You know, put the bands around the edge where they're got a clamp out here, and then they come around in the center and pull through the fork. I haven't decided which. You've always said you like over the top, so I'm designing it over the top. So as you can see, let me get over here. Let me take my ring off so I can put it on the correct finger. Yeah. It's early morning, so my finger's a bit swollen. There we go. Okay. As you can see, I got a injury last night from making this, but as you can see, it fits quite comfortably. And if you look, I mean, I'm not using my thumb at all. Now this is a 3/4 inch band set. One thing that worries me, if you look, you can see it's sliding a bit. You know, it slides a bit on and off of these, which I don't like, which is why I wanted to make it a little wider, right? But as you can see, it hurts a little bit against the knuckle because I'm doing wood against knuckle, but it goes pretty well. So let me put this on. This is my test shield. Okay, and as you can see, you can hold it any direction you want. You just follow with it. I'll do it sideways, gangster style. You can see it's pretty accurate. I'm not a very accurate shooter myself, but this thing is pretty accurate even with me. Well, that's the latest rendition. Now, you can see it's real tight in my hand. The corners here rub a bit, but that's because I haven't rounded them or anything. I just wanted to get something rough together to give it a test drive. So that's what I've done. What I'm going to do is I'm going to dismantle this one. I'm going to clean up the edges, round it a bit, maybe widen this. I don't know how much. I'll figure out. I may just put like a 1/4 inch piece of wood here to make it just a touch wider, so you can get up to 1 inch bands on it. Once it's all cleaned up, I'm probably going to send this to you. I'll put a foam piece on here. I'll probably send this to you to test drive for a little bit. Need to see it now. I need to see it on your hand before I make the final model. Okay, and once I can see it on your hand in a picture or something, that'll help a lot. Also got to replace 1 or 2 of these screws. They're starting to wear out, as you can see, because I tightened them in pretty tight. I got to clean that up. But once it's tidied up, I'll try and send you this test model sometime next week so that you can give it a whirl and see what's going on. Anyway, in the meantime, this video will be secret until you get your final prototype to use. And once you get your final prototype, as in the finished model, and you show everybody that, then I'll release these build videos. Okay? Take care, bud.